Before this video starts, I just want to give a massive shout out to all my channel members. If you want to receive a shout out, then become a channel member today and you'll be shown on screen like all these other channel members here. Anyways, enjoy the video. The Frontline Assault Iron Legion, a set filled with anti-zombie units that use ancient and modern militarized vehicles to face their foes, but there ain't none like mighty Catapult, who turns into a beastly tank called the Cat-8 Behemoth. With its sleek green camo paint and a gigantic cannon, this unit should be amazing, right? Well, let's talk about them. For the purposes of this video, I'll be referring to the unit as Behemoth, since I don't really feel like saying Cat-8 Behemoth every time I want to refer to them. This video is going to be broken down into several sections, as this unit's viability changes depending on what level and talents the unit has. To start, I'll talk about this unit's general build at level 30. This unit is meant to be a sniper unit who can tank zombie attacks for a long period of time. Having a decently high base health stat of 136,000 gives them a higher health stat than most LD units. This unit's LD stretches from 150 to 725 range, giving them 325 piercing range. This unit also has the resist ability, giving them an effective health stat of 680,000 against zombies. They also have a 50% chance to weaken zombies for 10 seconds, boosting their health even further. However, this kit doesn't really lend itself well to fighting zombies for one simple reason, this being the fact zombies can burrow, slipping by their LD and getting hit from behind. So what's the purpose of having the LD? Well, this unit excels best in taking on zombies with a high range stat by using stepping stones. The best example of this is Zamel, who stands at 550 range, being able to stay safe from most of your unit's attacks, and their attack stat can leave holes in your defense. Behemoth can use their weaken ability to make it so they don't deal as much damage, allowing you to have a much easier time against them. This unit in general can also work for other non-burrowing zombies such as Zappy, Engabaru, and Lord Gravy as a few examples. Other places this unit works well are in levels that feature high-range enemies with zombies. Behemoth can tank several zombie hits while sniping the backline. This works great because of the way the game's hitboxes work. Every unit will attack 320 range behind them, regardless if they can actually hit them. This allows you to keep Behemoth at a safe distance, tank zombie hits, and damage the enemy backline. While this sounds neat, it must be noted that their base damage stat of 27,000 means that they won't be killing anything in one single attack. They also have a rather long cooldown of 3 minutes, meaning if your Behemoth dies, you will most likely still be on cooldown, which may prevent you from attacking the backline. Granted, this long cooldown is an issue for every Iron Legion unit. One last downside of this unit is their somewhat long force swing of 3.1 seconds, which in some situations is the difference between landing a hit and getting jumped by a ton of enemies. This unit's but what if we gave it talents? Well, this unit gains a 40% chance to slow zombies for 4 seconds, a 20% chance for a level 4 wave, and a freeze resist talent, along with standard attack and defense talents. Most of this unit's talents are meh. Their best talent in my opinion is their wave talent, even if it's only a 20% chance to activate. This is due to the fact that it has the chance to let it deal more damage that covers a surprisingly large area and damage some things in their blind spot. If you use this unit as an LD sniper, you can get use out of it. For the slow, most zombies you can hit don't really need to be slowed, and freeze resist doesn't give it any more favorable matchups. For their stat talents, it really is best to just give them Cat's Eyes first, but if you're wondering, at level 30, they deal 32,000 damage and have a base health of 163.2k, giving them an effective 816,000 health against zombie enemies. This unit at level 50 is finally able to start putting out decent offensive capabilities, dealing 51,000 damage and becomes an even better tank, having 259,000 health, giving them an effective 1.2 million health against zombies, allowing them to absorb zombie hits for days on end. Man, these Ultra Forms sure are interesting, but surely they won't give Cat-8 Behemoth an Ultra Form so soon. Okay, so something came up as I was writing the short little script for this video. This guy apparently got an Ultra Form, and to be honest, this Ultra Form is actually pretty good. This Ultra Form gains a 75% boost to their attack stat, going from 51.2k damage to 89.6k damage. When given attack talents, this unit now deals 107,000 damage. This unit also now targets relic enemies, has a smaller blind spot, going from 150 to 100, their weaken now being guaranteed, and being curse and toxic immune. These changes make this unit a very competent anti-relic sniper and can be used in Zolo stages as they can tank their toxic hits and take them out thanks to their basically non-existent blind spot. Speaking of said blind spot, this unit could still struggle when it came to dealing with some peons, but now that their blind spot's only 100 range, this means that the only enemies that can actually slip into their blind spot are some Cyclone variants, Old Horn variants, and Gabriel. Even the most basic zombie enemy, Zoj, has just enough range to get hit by this big guy. The biggest change has got to be their relic targeting, as this unit excels at fighting this trait thanks to most relic enemies being mid-range enemies that sit just outside their standing range. Thanks to resisting relic enemies, they effectively have 1.2 million health against them, paired with their weaken ability and having an uptime of 99%. Once they land their attack, their health basically doubles to 2.4 million health. You could argue that this Ultra Form is a more defensive-oriented version of Nala, seeing as both can weaken their targets and have great piercing range. Nala's offensive output is higher than Behemoth's, as their attacks hit every 5.7 seconds instead of 8.4 seconds. Behemoth has a higher standing range compared to Nala, not having to worry about tanking some relic enemies such as Relic Bun Bun and Amost. In the event they do have to tank their hits, Behemoth's beefier health stat means they can tank their hits for a longer period of time, especially thanks to this unit's higher endurance stat. This form still retains most of the flaws from their previous forms, mainly their long cooldown and long recharge time. Going back to the Nala comparison, Nala is a lot easier to get out thanks to them only having a cooldown of 2 minutes, which is 33% faster than Behemoth's 3-minute cooldown. I think this point also really solidifies the fact that Behemoth is a more defensive-oriented version of Nala. With Behemoth, you gain slightly less offensive output and a longer cooldown for higher standing range and much higher defensive stats. Overall, I could say this Ultra Form really improved on the shortcomings of their true form, finally giving them decent offensive stats, basically cutting their blind spot entirely and adding more on top, like their immunities and relic targeting. I can confidently say that this unit has gone from a beautiful, flawed mess of a unit to an actually solid backliner unit. I would have to say that this Ultra Form is worth the investment. This Ultra Form will cost you 1 purple Behemoth gem, 6 red Behemoth stones, 2 green Behemoth stones, and 3 Elder Cat Fruit seeds. If you thought this analysis of Cat-8 Behemoth and their Ultra Form was interesting, then give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content on here. Also, comment down below on your thoughts about this unit, or anything I may have missed when discussing this unit. Also, shout out to the following channel members: Oppenheimer, Something Something YouTube, and Potato King. Becoming a channel member helps support the things I do financially, and becoming a channel member gives you access to an exclusive role in my Discord server, for which you can find a link to in the description down below. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day.